The Rolling Stones have a new album dropping next month, and it features one final recording from Charlie Watts. Billy Corgan just blew open the vault on 60-plus unreleased Zwan songs, and rival Sons are taking the Domestic Bliss Tour across America this fall. This week on Music Pulse Weekly, we've got a lot to get into. Welcome to Music Pulse Weekly. I'm Melissa, and today is June 26th, 2026. We have a stacked episode this week. The Rolling Stones' first album details, a major Smashing Pumpkins adjacent announcement, a new Gregg Allman documentary in theaters now, rival Sons hitting the road, 2 big albums dropping today, and the latest on how the streaming world is dealing with AI music. Let's go. Let's start with the biggest rock story of the month. The Rolling Stones have officially announced their 25th studio album, Foreign Tongues, due July 10th, and the guest list alone is staggering. Paul McCartney, Steve Winwood, Robert Smith from The Cure, Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and in what may be the most emotional detail of all, one final recording from Charlie Watts, captured before his death in 2021. The album is produced by Andrew Watt, who also did Hackney Diamonds, and early reviews say this one is more guitar-forward, more unapologetically Stones than its predecessor. Lead single, In the Stars, is out now. If you haven't heard it, go listen. The full album is 14 tracks and hits streaming on July 10th. Now this one came out of nowhere and is genuinely exciting if you grew up on Smashing Pumpkins. Billy Corgan just dropped a bombshell in a video interview with Stereo Gum this week. He is planning to release over 60-plus unreleased Zwan songs. Zwan, if you don't remember, was Corgan's short-lived supergroup from the early 2000s. They put out one album, Mary Star of the Sea, in 2003, and apparently there are 2 more full albums worth of material sitting in the vault. Corgan says all of it will be remixed and remastered. He said, quote, "There was a lot of writing in that band." That is a serious archive drop. From the vault to the silver screen, Gregg Allman. The Music of My Soul is in theaters now. It opened June 17th, and if you have any love for Southern rock, this one is required viewing. The documentary traces Allman's entire life, from a genuinely devastating childhood right through to the heights of the Allman Brothers Band. Rotten Tomatoes reviewers are calling it an amazing collection of contributions from friends, family, and legends. 1-week run in LA, and New York is extended. Check the official site for showtimes. And if you need live rock in your life this fall, rival Sons just announced the Domestic Bliss Tour. 24 U.S. dates, kicking off October 30th in Boise and wrapping November 29th. The Blue Stones and the Velveteers are along for the ride on most shows. Frontman Jay Buchanan said, "We wanted to break off a quick one domestically, get out there and run it hot for a minute." Tickets go on sale today. Also worth noting, rival Sons are working on a new studio album expected in 2027. This tour is a warm-up. Get your tickets while you can. On the country front, today is a big day. Cody Johnson drops Banks of the Trinity right now, June 26th. This is a 16-track album from one of the hardest-working names in Texas country. Johnson is a 2026 ACM Entertainer of the Year nominee. He's multi-platinum, and this album features collaborations with Luke Combs and Brothers Osborne. Lead single I Want You has been building momentum for weeks. If you like your country with real grit and no apologies, Cody Johnson always delivers. Banks of the Trinity is out right now. Also out today, Muse drops their 10th studio album, The Wow Signal. The title comes from the famous 1977 narrowband radio signal that may or may not have been alien in origin. Kerrang! Is already calling it their most impressive and creative signal in a while, and says it's delightfully overblown in the best way. If you loved Origin of Symmetry or the Second Law era, this one reportedly goes big and cosmic and doesn't apologize for it. The Wow Signal is streaming everywhere right now. And our breakout track of the week takes us to pop. But make no mistake, it belongs here. Olivia Rodrigo released her 3rd album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, 2 weeks ago, and the numbers are extraordinary. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 with 485,000 album equivalent units. That is the biggest sales week for a woman in all of 2026. All 13 tracks charted in the Hot 100's top 30. Pitchfork called it, quote, a heartbreaking account of an intense romance, and praised her evolution as a songwriter. The standout track Honeybee has been everywhere this week. Rodrigo is operating at a completely different level right now. This album is the one to hear. And in country, all eyes are on Banks of the Trinity. Cody Johnson has the fan base and critical momentum. A top 5 Billboard 200 debut feels very likely. Country fans show up hardest at release. On the horizon, and mark this date, Deep Purple releases their 24th studio album, Splat, on July 3rd via Ear Music, produced by Bob Ezrin. We previewed Diablo featuring Keith Urban last week. And if you're in the UK or Europe, The Stones' Foreign Tongues drops July 10th, and the live circuit is buzzing about whether a supporting tour is in the cards. Andrew Watt said the songs were built for stadiums. The fall touring calendar is filling up fast. Rival Sons in October, and Metallica's Las Vegas residency is still the headline live event of the season. Rock and roll is very much alive on the road. On the charts this week, Taylor Swift's I Knew It, I Knew You holds number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for its second straight week. That song, from the Toy Story 5 soundtrack, is her 15th chart topper. But the chart story of the moment is Olivia Rodrigo flooding the top 30. On the rock side, Muse's The Wow Signal is expected to make a serious dent on the album charts this weekend. And in country, all eyes are on Banks of the Trinity. Cody Johnson has the fan base and critical momentum. A top 5 Billboard 200 debut feels very likely. Country fans show up hardest at release. This week's deep dive is Billy Corgan, and specifically, what he said in that Stereo Gum interview about Zwan. Zwan formed in 2001, around the same time the original Smashing Pumpkins lineup had dissolved. The band included Corgan, Jimmy Chamberlin, former Slayer drummer Dave Lombardo, Matt Sweeney, and Paz Lenchantin. They made one album, Mary Star of the Sea, which went platinum. Now Corgan is saying there were 2 full LPs worth of material that never saw the light of day. He told Stereo Gum, all the Zwan songs are going to be remixed and remastered, and there will be maybe 2 more LPs. That's 60+ songs. For fans of that era of alternative rock, early 2000s, post-grunge, this is a massive archival event. Corgan is clearly committed to releasing it all. Watch Stereo Gum for updates. Now to our AI and music segment, and this week there is a genuinely significant development coming out of Apple. Apple Music is now rolling out what they're calling transparency tags, a disclosure system that labels AI-generated content across 4 categories: the track itself, the composition, the artwork, and the music video. Listeners will start seeing these tags on track detail pages. This is Apple joining Spotify and Deezer in trying to give fans clarity, and the numbers from Deezer are eye-opening. Their detection tool found that AI-generated tracks now represent 44% of all new music. 44%. That is not a niche concern anymore. That is a structural shift in the industry. The debate is no longer whether AI music is here. It's whether fans can tell the difference. And now, a quick spotlight on some fresh releases from Apex Sound Group's AI artist roster, because these tracks deserve your ears. We've got rock and country highlights for you this week. On the rock side, Slade Harlan's music video for Losing Focus dropped this week. Seattle-bred rock with serious grit. Blackwood just dropped the video for Gravedigger, Southern hard rock. And 2 country videos. Wyatt Calder's Silver and Lead comes straight out of Austin, Texas, and Delia Fontaine's Button Jar Blues brings the Muscle Shoals soul. Links are in the description. On the streaming side, Edmonton's Gravel drops When the Walls Come Down Today, classic bar circuit rock, and Hollow Crown's Crown of Thorns is dark alternative metal. Check them out. That is your Music Pulse Weekly for June 26, 2026. The Rolling Stones on July 10th, Deep Purple on July 3rd, Rival Sons tickets on sale right now. The summer is stacked. If you enjoyed this episode, hit subscribe and drop a comment. Are you more excited for the Stones' Foreign Tongues or Muse's Wow Signal? I genuinely want to know. We'll be back next week with full reactions to the Deep Purple release and updates on Cody Johnson's chart debut. Until then, keep listening to everything.